train strikes are affecting large amounts of the area of Borough Green, which is making things harder for people to get where they need to go, especially for people who need to get to work early in the morning. But why is this happening? Well, the reason for this is because people who work on the trains feel they are not getting paid fairly, as well as they feel that people are losing their jobs over machines working as ticket workers, as well as people being mistreated on the trains. This is a problem for a lot of people, as it's giving people out of work. We interviewed a few people about this and what they think about the train strikes and how it's affecting them. So, how do you feel about the train strikes?
Well, not great. I presume they need the money and everything's gone up and the price of fuel's gone up. But when it comes to people needing to go to work, it costs them money because they can't get there. You're trying to keep the traffic off the road and it's creating more traffic on the road, so there's more problems. And people, some of the trains don't run at certain places and some do. So when there's trains that you're supposed to connect to another train, and you get to a station and then that train's not running, you have to try and get a taxi, which then costs more money, or you have to get people to come and pick you up. So it's not ideal. And I think that it then costs other people money as well. So it's not helping anybody. It's just creating more of a problem than it is anything else.
And why do you think these train strikes are happening?
Because they need more money and they work long hours, and it's a long job, and there are a lot of problems sometimes. And then, if there's a landslide or something like that, then obviously they get a lot of abuse and things because the trains don't run, and it's not a good situation. And it's not also good that they're actually going on strike because then other people can't do their jobs.
So, as you said about, do you think that they don't need the money? How much, why do you think that they're going on strike because of the money side? Why is it you think that?
Because I don't think they get paid enough, and in some ways they're probably not. But then everybody else is in the same boat, but not everybody seems to strike, and I think it is completely irrational, really. I don't think that it should really be on strike all the time because it's constant. You don't need to strike that many times, and it is a complete pain for everybody.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so what do you think about train strikes?
Annoying, very frustrating for people that need to go to work. Yeah, very annoying.
And what do you think about why they're doing these train strikes? Why do you think that is?
They're doing it for pay and conditions, but mainly for pay.
And how do you feel about this?
Angry.
And why is that?
Because one, they have a job. Two, they all seem to get paid fairly. In their conditions, they're pretty much well looked after.
And how much why do you think that they're doing it over the money side if you say, as you say, you think that they're being paid fairly?
They are being paid fairly. Train drivers earn an obscene amount of money, and now they're wanting more for the cost of living. When we're all suffering from the cost of living, but we can't ask for a pay rise and we can't all strike.
Okay, thank you for your time. However, this doesn't just affect the passengers, it also affects people who are working on the trains, as they don't get paid when there is a train strike. This also means that the economy is greatly affected when trains are not running, as people are not being able to get where they need to go, and people who are running the trains do not have enough staff to be able to run the trains properly. Another reason this could be a problem is the fact that when there are people riding the trains, people are getting mistreated by the passengers on the trains, which makes it more unlikely that people will want to work on the trains.